Approximately 9 years ago, Kenny Veach disappeared. His cell phone was found over there at the mine. And today we're running out of patience, but hope to find once more the now rusted, smoking gun. We don't talk much. We're going in with the hopes of recovering Kenny Veach once and for all time. Let's go. This is definitely not a hazard-free environment. It ain't a hazard-free environment. Just be certain of that. Magnificent ray of light. Can you see that rainbow effect? No rains, nothing, but it's like a rainbow-like effect. Damn, all these obstructions. Okay, I can try to negotiate. Maybe from the side. Let's see, there could be other creative ways to negotiate the vertical rock. Let's see. I'm gonna see if I can figure something out. What we want to do is avoid loose rock. Loose vertical rock isn't a good idea. Okay, it looks like I was able to sidestep the worst of the vertical. Again, avoided a major vertical gap in this sort of wash ravine. Okay, time to get our coordinates, verify if that's a foothill, if that's a false peak, basically a foothill, or if that's contiguous with the ridge. Let's see. This is a bone, but it should be sheep bone. It's beautiful. It's not a camera effect. You can see it with the naked eye. This must be a divine sign from Amaterasu Omikami herself, the divinity which illuminates heaven and earth. Not a lot of foliage along the ridge. If there was a fresh body in the early days, it would have been easily spotted by the flyby, by the bird. Very briefly, commencing search and recovery effort for Kenny Veach. Thus far, we saw bones earlier, but nothing that looks like anatomically, nothing that looks like human bones. We haven't found any signs of the firearm or any trace or article of clothing that might look suspect. It is ongoing, so Jeff Claw, once I see something, you're gonna know. Right now, right at this moment, I have nothing. So let's stow it and keep going. Here you have sun and the moon. Sun and moon. Tayo. Amaterasu Omikami. Tayo to Tsuki. Tsuki desu. I'm at a peak around 9023 feet in elevation. south of the ridgeline of the previous peak searched. So far I don't have anything. You can see the locations below. So now you're basically looking south of the ridge on this sheep range, and again that's looking north. That's looking east. That's looking south, and basically, you know, plus or minus looking west. So without further ado, I'm gonna stow it for now. So facing east, those look like some lesser foothills. So that's looking east. Just slightly south. Let's see. Slightly south, you can see that's Las Vegas. That's Las Vegas. You can see Las Vegas. That's Las Vegas. So that's looking south of the ridge, and obviously looking south, that's why you can see, again, that's why dead center, you're looking at Las Vegas. Las Vegas. Trying to cover this ridge section here, so stow the camera and note to self, pay attention. The ridge line is relatively bare. It's imperfect to say I'm not seeing anything, because sometimes you have to be really up close, right? So, but the ridgeline itself, you can see, basically you have those sort of baldish peaks, right? You know what I'm saying? Again, clarification. Again, this is looking south. Okay. Again, and relatively bare. Just clarification, we're way south of Sheep Peak, so this is not Sheep Peak. We want to be very clear about that. Preparing to withdraw. Okay, proceeding to make a professional withdrawal from this particular peak. Preparing to withdraw. No signs of Kenny Veach. No obvious signs. No obvious signs of other human activity, such as a campsite or anything like that. So, not seeing any type of structure or, like fire pit or something. Commencing a full professional withdrawal. Tsuki. 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 Again, I have personally seen no signs of Kenny Veach. Based upon my limited based upon my limited ability, I have no signs of Kenny so far. Withdrawing. This update is for Jeff Claw and the brothers. Sadly, I could not find Kenny Veach, and I will update within 48 hours or so, making a highly professional withdrawal, and once again, for the 4th time in a row. So, all right, we'll do a debrief in about maybe 72 hours, a couple days or something. But no signs of Kenny Veach. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, holy sheep range, I bow before you. Oh. Beautiful. Venus and the moon. Okay, here's the section we're avoiding, just as we avoided on the way. Bypassing. Beautiful. Vegetation clinging to rock. This fire pit seems very recent. It's very interesting. Who could have used it here? Interesting. With that fire pit seeming so recent, you wonder who was out here. It's a bizarre thought, but naturally, thought about, could Kenny be living, surviving off the land? Kenny, are you out here? Kenny, can you be out here? Where are you, Kenny? Where are you? Is your presence here, Kenny? Can you hear me even now? Respond to me, Kenny. Maybe that fire pit was used by a scientist who's putting these environmental test stations out here. There have been people out here. Maybe science professionals. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. We made it back. One of the reasons for the search, we read somewhere from a while back to recently, someone mentioned something to the effect, anyone search the area where Kenny Veach might have slept on? So it's something that always, been interested in our own mind. So when we look at where he pointed his camera and whether it's the foothills or the ridge, he specifically mentioned something about 9,000 feet. 9,000 feet, you're looking at the ridgeline. We didn't find any signs of Kenny Veach today, unfortunately, but we wanted to close off, we want to tie off some of our own personal loose ends. It was basically our unfinished business. To this holy mountain I bow before you. To the gods and goddesses I bow before you. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Shri Kalabhairava Namaha.